Why strong men break down and what you don't know about it. Today, we're going to go through the reasons why strong men break down in today's society. Because let's face it, you hold it together, you're paying the bills, you're trying to be protective, you're trying to be compassionate, you're trying to be loving and protective, but sometimes you feel like the enemy, you feel like you're being toxic, well, in fact, you're not. Or you're on the other side, where sometimes you feel like you're being weak because you're not when you talk about it. So today, we're going to break down some tips, we're going to help you through it, and we're going to give you 4 wonderful tips to save you from feeling like you're breaking down.
Yeah, 100%. And do you know what? I've seen some strong men and they do break down, they do fall apart. And who are we exactly? Well, I'm Tom Cockrell, an empowerment coach for frustrated husbands. And over there, that is Craig Mann, a stress relief coach for hard-working fathers. And together, we are Happy Man, Happy Home, all about putting our content towards working on men's mental health, helping them build themselves up to develop the goals and get the success in life that they truly well and deserved. If you want to see more of that, then make sure you check out our Facebook links that are down the description of this video and in our YouTube bio. Feel free to DM us at any point if you are feeling overwhelmed or pressured by society, then feel free to give us a chat and we'll certainly help you out. And if at any point you do enjoy what's coming up in this video, then make sure you leave the thumbs up button, hit subscription, and ring that notification bell as well. It certainly helped me and Craig out. So thank you very much for giving us your time. And first of all, we're going to the 3 facts. So starting off with Craig, take it away.
76% of men say they feel pressured even though they admit they're struggling. This is from the Movember Foundation that you may be aware of, November, where we grow mustaches and everyone thinks that's all it is, but actually it's about men's mental health. Men who feel like they're struggling, feel like they can't turn around. Something that was like statistically scary the other day is that, as we know, that 75% of men have unalived themselves in 2023 in the UK alone, and 50% of that 75%, mathematics, lots of math, but 50% of those probably should be yeah, and out of those 75%, 50% of those men were actually getting some sort of support, if it was through a counselor, a coach, or a therapist, but they felt like they weren't heard. That is quite scary when you think that people were hearing them but weren't listening, really.
Yeah, well said, Craig. Now, men are also 3 times more likely to suppress emotional pain. This leads to a much higher chance of anxiety, stress, and emotional breakdowns. And a lot of this is caused by just avoiding your problems, not sharing them, not talking about them. But that avoidance can really have long-term massive effects on your relationships with your wife and your children.
Yeah, men aged 30 to 50 are more likely be the ones that are struggling with these sort of mental health issues or feel like they're suffering and not having anyone to turn to. These are 2 factoids. Is because number 1, of course, there's a new generational thing. So between 30 and 50-year-olds now are still stuck in like more of a traditional way, but there's also been reports from previous years as well. This doesn't mean yet you have to be all soft and keep on talking about your emotions every single day and can't control your emotions for when you are in that need of help.
Because you don't have to fall apart for change to be a part of who you're going to be. You know, it can recognize the signs. That's what those, if you are falling under one of those sort of facts that we just sort of said, if you feel like you're feeling in the category, you are getting more snappy, you are feeling that anxiety, that stress, burnout, it is only going to get worse with avoidance. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to it, and ring that notification bell, because this next bit is going to absolutely change your life for the better. Craig, smash it.
Tip 1, really important, it's offload before you explode. Now, this means instead of being what I feel is a weaker part of you, holding stuff in and being too scared to actually put it out somewhere. This could be talking to your friend. This could be talking to someone that you can relate to. This could be talking to a accountability buddy. That's a long word for me, but it could be something like that. It could be you writing down something in a journal. Now, this is like a no fluff. You don't have to sit there going, dear diary, yesterday, etc., etc. It could be just you writing down, this is what pissed me off, this is what pissed me off, and why, what I did about it, what you could do better next time, what could go worse, and stuff like that. These little things, if you could do it on a daily basis, it will help you remove that stress, but also see it on a bit of paper or hear someone else's perspective or opinion from it, therefore helping you relieve that stress. Remember that stress is something that is held within you. It's a alert response to something that is scary. When it's not actually scary, you don't realize it. It's only when you put it out to somebody else or put it on a book or a sheet that you then realize this isn't scary. This is something I can happily deal with.
Absolutely, Craig. And tip number 2 is Audit your musts. Now, what do I mean by this? So, there's a lot that every man goes through on a day-to-day basis. There's a lot going on. Like those men are like quite busy. Now, audit what is absolutely key, especially if you are feeling these emotional breakdowns. You can delay, delegate, drop some of these sort of things. Now, what do I mean by this? This means like you got to put what's absolutely important. So, time with your wife or, your household responsibilities, put it to the top, your children, you might have to take them to school. You might have to cook dinner for them. That's one of the top things. That is your absolute must. Is it here, Dave from the pub moaning about how the country's gone to shit? That's not really a must. And if it's adding that sort of emotional pressure on you, say, Dave, I'll speak to you later because right now I ain't got your bullshit. And poor old Dave, he just wants that moment. But some people get, social media, the way of the country, that can have so much negative impact on your brain. And some people just can't let it go. They have to sort of get it off their chest. They want to shout. And that can have emotional downpour. Just having that negative energy thrown onto you can bring you down. So again, if you're feeling that emotional sort of frustration and you can't be dealing with that, then say, yeah, I'll speak to you later. Or I don't want to talk about this because it does nothing but piss me off. It's out of my control anyway. So what are we talking about it? Let's move on and talk about something positive. So absolutely audit your musts.
Yeah, I love that tip as well because it is 100% something that men get caught up in. But tip number 3, moving on into wins. Rebuild micro wins throughout the day. This is very important. Why is it important? Because as people, we forget about the good in the day and we can only feel the bad of the day. Tip number one is writing it down. So that will help. But small wins, things like I'm going to do this today. It could be 1 or 2. I recommend 3 personally. It could be I played with the kids for an hour and we had a laugh and we spent some quality time together. It could be I spent some time with the wife. We went out, we did something, we had a date night. It could be I did something at work that I've been putting off and I've actually done it. I've hit a deadline. It could be something as small as I went for a walk when I was pissed off at people and wanted to hijack them with my elbow, that you did something about it. These wins, when you start writing them down, you'll start seeing the brighter side of life, the brighter side of your mindset, and the brighter side of your day. Therefore, building yourself up into micro wins, which will then become mighty wins.
Yeah, you know what, Craig? Absolutely well said. I love to celebrate my wins, and you should as well. Now, tip number 4, the final tip, and that is stop aiming for silent protection. Now, I think every male client I have dealt with, they've like in the first session when we're talking this out, they always get told, they've been raised to sort of like keep their emotions to themselves, bottle it up, just man up and just sort of grizz it out. You're a man, you should be grizzing it out and not feeling that thing. And do you know what? In some circumstances, they're absolutely 100% right in the moment. But when you start incorporating that into your daily routine of life, that is where it will eventually beat you. It will win against you, and you will absolutely crumble and be defeated by it. So, you have the opportunities to speak to, you might want to speak to your partner about it, about what is getting you down, and try and make your daily routine more upbeat. You can speak to a professional, you can speak to your children. I mean, we've done sessions before in the past about how how to communicate with people like your wife, your kids, your friends, or a professional. It's definitely an option that is available to you. But if you remain silent and just think, yep, I'm doing the manly thing, so that's how I was raised, and I'm not sharing what's pissing me off, even though everything's pissing me off, then you will fall. So make sure you speak to someone.
You don't break because you're weak. You break because you don't know how to pause. Imagine your body is like a machine. It runs like the heart is literally pumping blood around your system. Your brain is constantly in motion, just like a computer, just like a car, just like any machinery out there. If you never put something on pause or switch it off or let it reset, it will eventually burn or break or burn out like you will. So just treat yourself the same. You need to pause. You need to break. And sometimes you just need to talk about it and let things out. And like I said, it doesn't mean if you're scared now and you're thinking, oh, I've got to talk about everything. No, it doesn't mean that. You don't have to talk about every little bitchy thing in the day like others do. You just need to be going, do you know what? I'm going to have a weekly chat with somebody and just get it off your chest, even if it's just chatting to your mate about the football scores or the rugby scores that's pissed you off. At least you're getting something off your chest.
We certainly do highly recommend that you put these tips into practice, especially if you are feeling the pressure of the 3 facts we stated at the beginning of the video. It will make a difference. That's what it's all about. That's what our channel's about. So please feel free to support this video by hitting the thumbs up button, hitting the subscription, and ringing the notification bell as well. We are Happy Man, Happy Home. We want to make people become happy men within that happy home, because that's what it's about. We got to help each other, push each other forward. That's what it's about, isn't it, Craig?
It really is, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave comments down below as well. I'm still standing. Let us know that this video has hit with you and you can understand. If you want to explore a little bit more and just want to know what we do on a weekly basis or what we do on a daily basis in our lives, then you can reach out to our Facebooks, even if it's just to check out what we do on our YouTube bio and our YouTube video description to this video. It's been really nice chatting to you, men. Remember, stay strong, because the stronger you are, the stronger your family is. We're happy, man.
Living in a happy home.